Hey everybody, Reef Girl here with yet another episode of Coral Wars in the least likely place. This is my 29-gallon cube, and it's all soft corals, as some of you know from watching all the trials and tribulation videos that I've had with this. And I've noticed that in the last couple of days, that yellow zoo right there in the center has been retracting. The skirt has been folding over. It's just today that I see that the edges of that Yuma Recordia, you can see the mouth right in the center there, it's kind of a green color, bright green, that the edges are actually touching the zoo, and it looks like it might be reacting to that. Don't know that it's actually getting stung. I do know Recordias are capable of stinging and producing slime, so it's quite possible that's what's happening. So I'm going to have to take that zoo off the rock there and add it to my little collection of other zoos who have been displaced from their homes for a whole bunch of different reasons that were up on the rocks, and now they're here on other pieces of rubble that I've mounted them to, kind of waiting to see what I can do with them. I think I might create a little zoo garden here. Right now it looks junky to me, but that's just because you can see so much rock. I have a feeling once the zoos start to fill in, I'm hoping it'll look pretty nice. The second example of war here is with another zoo, and this time it's conflicting with the leather coral. So you can see that zoo colony right there. Some of the polyps are white and they're quite swollen. It's just the oral disc. Seems to look like it's almost bleaching out, or maybe getting burned. And I noticed the other night, and it doesn't happen every night or I would notice it, that this huge finger leather was slumped over after lights out, because of course it responds to the light, and it was actually leaning on that zoo frag. So I have a feeling there's some interaction going on there where the zoo is being affected by this leather coral actually touching it. So I think my only option here is to move that zoo plug closer to the leather, because then when it slumps over it won't actually be able to touch the zoo, because the zoo will be too close to the bottom and that stem that it's on is too thick for it to actually fold that much. So a lot of the other zoos are doing really well. Things are growing in. My Discosoma mushrooms in the last few days, and maybe there's something going on in here with something I've been doing where the mushrooms and the Recordias are really responding to whatever changes there are in the water. But the Discosomas, the green ones there, have really gone crazy in the last few days. So that just goes to show you that coral wars can happen in the most unlikely of places. I wouldn't have expected it here. I do know they interact with each other to some degree, but I guess I wasn't really expecting to see it right away. And it's due to overcrowding once again. So thanks for watching my little video. It's always interesting. I hope you like, comment, subscribe as you wish, and I will provide an update in a future update on this whole tank as to how I solve that problem.